part two, just before you be in the house. And I said, you don't understand what I mean by when I said I love myself more than I love my kids. And then he was like, well, you gotta explain yourself. And that's the reason I love myself more. It's not so much that I hate my kids or don't love them or anything, but I have to understand that I need the love that I have for myself is to keep myself in the best shape, the best education, the best jobs, get the best information, get the best networking, get the best income, the best diversities and investments and everything else, so I can help my children find a simple way or whatever way they want, in their lives. I'm not saying I wouldn't die for them or anything like that, but I know that I need to take care of myself very well in order for me to take care of them. And that's not just in the financial sector, just mentally and physically and stuff like that. And I said some other stuff, but I forgot. But the way I said it, they were like, wow, we never heard it like that. That was pretty good. And then they all said, yeah, I love myself. Because basically what I'm saying is when I love myself, myself is everything that's me and that associates with me, everything. So basically, while I'm taking care of me, I'm also taking care of my children with that same intensity. So with that same intensity, and it's not so much that I just don't want to love them, but everything that I do, it's all about that one self-love thing, and in the Bible, I guess, or whatever, I'm not Christian, but it says that love thyself as I love thy neighbor, and the only way you can love anyone else is you have to love yourself, because helping people and doing favors for people are just that, helping people and things like that. But the love that's in there, what is that love? What is the word love meaning? I know it's not sex, even though I have my G Love Black Men videos, everybody thinking it's about sex. But when God says love thyself as a neighbor, I'm sure he's not saying, do yourself and stuff like that. What is it? What is it really all about? What is it talking about? And it's just to encompass everything, and like everything, to bring it up to its fullest potential, and when you're doing that, you pull everything along with you. Some things are going to go off and do some other things, some things can go off and do whatever, but that's how I think. So anyway, about this, because a lot of brothers are saying like, well, I want to leave America, to find other women, and it goes back to that. You're doing this, get a job for what a woman, get a nice car for a woman, do this for a woman, do this for a woman, and where is self at, so now, and when you love yourself, that love for yourself will attract women. It doesn't even matter what people are saying in the streets, because actually I believe there are a lot of women who are out there who do want men, but there might be more women out there who don't, and they all are into this whatever this wave or whatever is going on and stuff. But I'll tell you what, if you nature is going to win over everything anyway, because we're built of it, and if you use it and stay within that, there's a lot of advantages that you can come across, or a lot of things that can happen, that a lot of negative things that you can actually avoid. So all these things about these women not wanting to have sex and stuff like that, I actually think it's a good thing, because it'll give you, men, a chance to go to school for yourself, get a good job, get the knowledge for yourself, get the best jobs for yourself, work out for yourself, do all this for yourself, because that love, that love of self that you're doing, that love of self, people are going to see this, and people are going to see this, men and women, and the women are going to come. They're like, wow, I want to be part of this. You know what I'm saying? How is he doing this? I want to be part of this, and they're going to come. And like I said, in LA, I didn't have to go to women. Japan, I don't have to come to women. They all come to me. And I don't know why. But they come to me. So like I said, I can understand these problems and stuff. but I've never experienced it. Even when I went back a few years ago, you know, I was got stared down by. I mean that I know. I mean just way out of their mind, out of their ways by two black women, one white woman, and stuff like that. And when I was even at this one, it was in Hollywood, and there was this cafe out there where you go in and you buy something, you get free internet for like 5, 6 hours or something. And I was in there, I left, and there was this one Asian girl with this one brother, and she was with him. I guess they were dating or something, and she just looked at me and smiled and kind of moved, shifted her body towards me, and I looked at him like, dang man, you gotta, like, damn nigga, you better get your girl. He didn't say anything, so I don't know. I mean, I was just relaxing, and the natural impulse just came out, and I just said, "What's up?" to her. She said, "How you doing?" That was it. And he didn't say anything. I just walked out the store, or whatever. But it's not a bad. Actually, it's not a bad thing, because what it does is it gives you a chance to cleanse your mind and do for yourself. And it's like that Othello guy, and how he got his wife was because he was just sitting there talking about what he did in his wars and stuff with, his commander in chief, I guess it was, or the king or whatever. And the daughter was there and fell in love with him. Everybody just got jealous and stuff, thinking he did something to her, and the only thing he did was tell the story and, combine, with maybe because he was black, or, the hypnotism of black. I'm just throwing that in there. His story and stuff, it just drove her to him, and she just fell in love with that. So, the whole thing is, don't worry about it. You really got to clear your mind, get your emotions out of control and put your emotions back. Put your mind back in control of your emotions. Your emotions are there, and it has its purpose and everything, but its purpose is not to make wise decisions, and you're not supposed to react out of how you feel. You're supposed to get that feeling, then analyze it, and whatever you're going to do in your mind, then you take the appropriate action and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm not into the brothers just leaving the States looking for other women, because I'm going to tell you, you still, you can come out here to Japan, and all these women are not bad. There are a whole bunch of them that are, but that's only because of the men, and it still goes back to your lack of, love for yourself, what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. And, it just goes all back to that. So basically, I'm just saying, if you can't get a woman, it's not that you can't get a woman, because you shouldn't go out and try to get a woman. You're supposed to be out there doing your business, getting networks and getting money and getting educated and getting on the planes and getting on trips and getting on boats and whatever, and getting on these teams where they're creating all these ships to go out to space and these robotics, and you're supposed to be getting those things, but as far as when a woman is coming, you know what I'm saying, you're not supposed to go out and get a woman, you're supposed to attract them, and if you want to be the Playboy style and do that, and you get those type of women, fine, because there's a lot of women out there that got money and stuff, and they might like those type of guys, and there's nothing wrong, if you want to do it like that too. Or, what is a Playboy? You know what I'm saying? If it's by that definition, someone who acquires the necessary materials to get women in a camp or something like that, they were saying, then that's fine, because that's his ambition. That's their ambitions. But a person who might go to college, because it's good to go, because you're there with other people and you get to share ideas, and you do these experiments, and you do a lot of traveling and explorations, and you're with other people and sharing ideas in this big network and stuff that's going on. And it's good to do that, even though it's expensive, if you can manage to do it by yourself, and get these books and stuff, whatever. But you get this knowledge, and this Playboy, he gets it, to get women. You get this knowledge and stuff. You get the same thing plus maybe more. Or let's say you get the same thing, whatever, and you get it for yourself. And the women will come to you, just like they'll come to him. But the guy said he has to charm the women to keep them. But you don't have to charm them, because they come and they go, hello, bye-bye, because the others are going to come, and it's going to be it might be because of the material things you get, but the wise women are going to know it's because of the information that you know how to get them. And you won't even have to really maintain them, because you get some women in your account and they're going to feel so secure around you. They're going to help you build it, and they're going to do a lot of stuff for you. You'd be surprised, how some of these women react when they're around real men. And I'm not saying just only black men too. This applies to all men. When they get around real men, they tend to be his bodyguard, and if that woman understands the power of women and how they influence other men, he don't have to worry about anything, and then you get the playboys, so they can have, all these women, so they can have their funds and stuff like that. They're fun, and that's all cool too, and I'm not saying he's not going to attract any educated, that the women he's attracting are not educated, because he might attract some very educated women that went to